What's up, guys? It is May 7th, 2018, and welcome to, of course, I am your host, Justin from Picks.com. Pick the games in your favorite sports to content Eastern and Sundays at 2 p.m. We are changing this almost to go live any earlier than that. We'll try to do two. We'll try to do one. We'll try to nail down a specific time for the weekends. But for the time being, the Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern will stay the same. So what's up, guys? Hope you're having a fantastic day. It is Monday, beginning of the week. Usually on Monday, we have a very small card of games in baseball, and that's no different today. We only have 7 games in baseball today. Then, of course, we have 2 NHL playoff games and 2 NBA playoff games. So that gives us 11 games to work with. Of course, we have not just the spread in each game, but we have the over-under in each game. So it really gives us 22 different possibilities that we can look at. So with that said, let's go on and start the show off by actually, before we give out a couple picks, I do have a little bit of news. We have finally added soccer to our list of sports. Of course, we've been doing Major League Baseball, we've been doing NHL, and we've been doing NBA. But we finally have added a soccer guy. My good friend Kyle will be doing the English Premier League, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, English Premier League. He will have his own live show called Kicking It with Kyle. I'm not 100% on the time that this show will go live every day. And I don't know if it'll be Facebook and YouTube or just one or the other. A lot of details to work out. But if you catch Kyle Rose on his Facebook, he did his first live show today, kind of doing a little trial run before next week. He will be going live every single day. At the beginning, you'll be able to catch Kyle live from his own personal Facebook account. But eventually, his show, Kicking It with Kyle, will move over to either the Facebook page or the YouTube channel, or both. If he chooses to do through YouTube, then we'll be able to put the show on replay on the website after it's done. So what this means is that I believe then, of course, we'll add him to the platinum pick area instead of just picks for his soccer games right there. And then, like I said, the free picks will be under the free pick area. So with that said, guys, welcome Kyle to the family. 2 cappers now become 3. We're always looking for more. Kyle will probably be helping me out going forward in golf. We'll try to get the golf part going up. Probably not in May, maybe by June. So the goal by then, we'll have NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, soccer, and golf, because of course, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, soccer, and golf, because of course, once NBA and NHL playoffs are done, we will only have baseball, so it'll be nice to have golf and soccer added. Of course, as you guys know, I also do a little bit of UFC. We're going to add UFC to the list, as well as probably boxing to the list. So over the next couple weeks, you'll see a lot of additions. You'll see under the free pick area, you'll see sports like soccer, boxing, UFC, and golf added. And like I said, we'll add Kyle to our platinum area. And trying to think what else. Sounds about it for some of the new things. So guys, just make sure you go and check out Kyle's show, Kicking It with Kyle. And you can find him on Facebook, Kyle Rose. Like I said, going forward, you'll be able to find his live show on either our Facebook account or our YouTube account. With that, guys, let's jump into some picks for today's show. Of course, we always give you at least 4 free picks. And then, of course, we usually have 2 picks from Ryan. So once Ryan's show gets started, we'll just do my 4 picks. And from time to time, we'll have Kyle and or Ryan on the show to give out some of their picks. So we usually give out 2 baseball picks, a hockey, and a basketball pick. Then, of course, Ryan's 2 NBA picks of the day, if they're NBA picks. 2 NBA and Major League Baseball pick from Ryan. So let's go on and we'll give out a pick from me and from Ryan to start the show. And guys, I apologize. I am currently having even more internet issues. They can't seem to get the internet figured out where I'm at. So don't know. I said yesterday we might have to start doing the show from just one channel, either YouTube or Facebook. I don't know if that is affecting the internet connection. It shouldn't be, but I've already had 2 notifications on Facebook and 1 on YouTube telling me that the internet is not at tip-top shape. So if the quality of these videos are not good, guys, I do apologize. Of course, on Facebook, there's no delay. You can see that down here. Facebook, we're live on Facebook down here. And then on YouTube, we're live up top, but there is a delay. I do this, and it's about a second or 2 behind. So with that said, guys, we're going to look into baseball. We took the Astros and the under in the last 3 games, and they did not disappoint. All of the games for the Astros and Diamondbacks covered on the under. Now the Astros move to playing the I believe the Astros are playing the Athletics. Yes, the Astros are playing the Athletics today. And we've got Keuchel, Dallas Keuchel, 1-5 with a 3.98 ERA going up against Anderson, who's 0-0 with a 2.84 ERA. And I just think that the under is another strong play. They've been hitting it a lot lately. Let's try to go to the well one more time. We're going to take the under of 8.5 in the Astros game, and that will be our first pick for today's show. Then in our second pick, we'll give out a baseball pick from Ryan. Ryan's looking at the Mets game against the Cincinnati Reds. We've got P.J. Conlon making his debut on the year, pitching against Homer Bailey, who's 0-4 with a 4.80 ERA. Homer Bailey has not been horrible, but the Reds are bad, and they have not been able to get him on the winning side. And I don't think today is going to be any different. So we're going to take the Mets at a very reasonable line of -109, and that will be our second pick for today's show. So, guys, like I said when I was talking about Kyle doing his show, we do plan on adding even more stuff going forward. Of course, we have my show, The Kingdom, which airs live every day and has been airing live every day since we started. We have Ryan, who's our second capper, who has been capping with us from day one, but has not started his live show against the odds. I will talk to him today and see if we can get an idea of when that will be happening. It was supposed to happen by the start of the second round of the playoffs, but some personal life issues, of course, along with him going out of town, put that on the back burner. So I'll get in touch with him and try to find out, because we have been waiting on that show for a while. If you'd have told me that Kyle would get his show started before Ryan, I would not have believed you. So that is something that we're going to have to get working on. Then, of course, we have Kyle's show, Kicking It with Kyle, which will be starting, and he'll be doing his trial run this week. And then starting next week, he should be going live every day. And like I said, he'll start with his own personal Facebook account for a little bit before he moves to the website or Facebook or YouTube for the Love of Picks. And that is so he can kind of build up his audience and bring them with him to the website. And of course, still looking for other guys. When football starts, I'll do NFL and Ryan will do college basketball, or excuse me, college football. So I'll do college basketball and NFL when we get into football season. And he'll do college football and then, of course, NBA when it comes after. So once football season starts, I'll do, like I said, I'll do college basketball and I'll do NFL, and those will be the two main parts of my show on that part of the season. With baseball, the baseball season done, and technically baseball doesn't end until October, so there'll be a time period where I'm doing baseball, NFL, and college basketball all at the same time. And Ryan will be doing college football, and then not too long after that, the NBA will start. And I want to find somebody that can do NHL specifically. Obviously, I do NHL in my show because I do a variety, but I'd like to get it to where I'm just doing, like during baseball season, I just want to do baseball and basketball. And I just want to do college basketball and NFL later on in the season. I think 2 sports is enough. So I'd like to get an NHL guy. And honestly, I wouldn't mind getting an NFL guy if I could just focus on college basketball rather than the NFL and college basketball. The point is I'd like to get somebody who is specific in every sport. And so if you're interested in joining for the love of picks.com, go to the website. There's a link, or contact me at justincannon@fortheloveofpicks.com. And what we'll do is we'll set you up with a trial run, probably about anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days. And I'll give you games to handicap during that time. And if you pass the trial run, we'll bring you on to the show. And anybody who caps at fortheloveofpicks.com has the option of doing their own live show as well. The goal is to get as many live shows going as possible, so you're getting picks from all different areas. And of course, on the website, those sports will always be picked free every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So with that said, let's go on and give out 2 more picks for today's show. We're going to go back to baseball, and we have the Phillies and the Giants. The Giants just got done of a 3-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves, who were in first place. Not sure if they're still in first place now. A little shocked. We were on the Braves for some of those games. Ryan had the Braves a lot. I had the Braves once. And it's a little shocked that they weren't able to get a win. The Giants are definitely surging, despite the fact that they are missing their best pitcher in Madison Bumgarner, and Johnny Cueto, their second best pitcher, just went to the DL. With that said, we've got Jeff Samardzija pitching today. Jeff Samardzija, anybody remembers him? He was a tight end / wide receiver at Notre Dame who decided to go into baseball instead. And so he's 1-1 with a 5.27 ERA, and he's going up against Eflin, who's 0-0 with a 1.50 ERA. This is in Philadelphia. And even though the Giants are hot, I'm looking for Philly to gain the victory today and end that little winning streak that they've got going on. Not a big fan of Jeff Samardzija. So we're going to take the Phillies at minus 107, and that will be our third pick for today's show. So those are our two baseball picks. Let's go and take one more pick from Ryan. His NBA pick for today. We've got the Boston Celtics playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, the Celtics are up 3-0 going into Game 4 of this 7-game series in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. And had the 76ers been able to get the victory in Game 3, I think this would be a different series. But now that they're down 3-0, not a lot to play for. Although I will say it is very hard to close teams out in Game 4s, especially on their own home court. So I kind of like Philadelphia to maybe squeak out a close victory. But the line here is at 6.5. You can even buy the hook to get it to 7. And Ryan likes the Celtics at plus 6.5. Buy that hook, get it to plus 7 if you have to. I think that the 76ers will win and get probably their only win in the series before they go back to Boston and are eliminated. But I don't think that they're going to win by more than those 7 points. So let's take the Celtics plus 6.5, buy the hook, and that'll be our fourth pick for today's show. So let's use that as a perfect segue into what I was going to talk about, and that is what is buying the hook. So for those of you who don't know what buying the hook is, that is a betting term. It essentially means you're buying points. So a lot of times when you see, like, for instance, in this game, the Celtics are plus 6.5, Vegas offers you the ability to buy the hook. So let's say that plus 6.5 is at minus 110. That means you have to bet $110 to win 100. That's the minus 110. If you buy the hook, it jumps it up to minus 120. Every time you buy a half a point in Vegas, it's worth minus 10. So a minus 110 jumps up to minus 120. Buy another half point, it jumps up to minus 130. Buy another half point, it jumps up to minus 140, and so forth and so on. So buying the hook can go both ways. If you're betting on the negative team and you have a minus 6.5, buying the hook will drop you down to minus 6. So you can push rather than lose if it hits 6 and you had it at 6.5. Same thing the other way. If you're on the plus side and you buy the hook, it goes up from 6.5 to 7. Again, so in case they lose by 7, you can push rather than lose when you had it at 6.5. And that is, guys, what buying the hook means. Just gives you an extra point one way or another. So with that said, guys, yesterday we had a good day. We went 4-2 on the live show. I was 2-2. Ryan was 2-0. Had a very good bounce back day on his NBA picks. And in our platinum area, both of us were 2 out of 3. So that's 4 out of 6 in the platinum area, 4-2 on the live show, which means that between our live show and our platinum picks, which are our best bets altogether, we were 8-4 yesterday. Pretty good. Not bad. I will take that any day of the week. And like I said, starting this week, we're going to start doing the units. I'm a little behind. I meant to have the unit system up on the website. I plan to get that done today. So tomorrow we'll go back over the unit system and we'll start using the units. I'll explain to you how far ahead or far below we are in units as opposed to just telling you our record. You'll be able to see those units everywhere on the website where there is a capping stat. So on the main page where it shows you how I'm capping for the week, you'll see my units as well as my record. Same with Ryan. On our individual page where we break it down, show you how we're capping in each sport, that will be shown as units as well. So we'll get that done and we'll start doing our units going forward so you can get more of an accurate idea of how we're doing in baseball and hockey. where units are very important, not as important in the other games, other sports because we're doing spreads. I'll have to take a look into soccer. I don't know a lot about handicapping soccer, so I'll have to do some research on that and see how we need to list that going forward. So we hope to keep the hot streak going today. So with that said, we're right up at 22 minutes. As you guys know, I like to stay somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes for our show. So let's go on and give out our final two picks for today's show. I've got an NBA and an NHL pick for you. So let's start with the NBA. I'm looking at both over-unders for these games. The question is which one do I think is the better one? And I like the Celtics and the 76ers game. In these closeout games, a lot of times you'll see the game played a little more close to the chest. And so I'm looking for the under of 205.5. I expect this to be kind of a low-scoring game. I wouldn't be shocked if neither team gets into the hundreds. But I'm thinking maybe Philadelphia wins this game like 102 to 97, something like that. And that would easily put us under the 205.5. So under 205.5 in the Celtics Philadelphia 76ers game. And that will be our fifth pick on today's show. And then we're going to go to hockey. And I've got a platinum pick in the Penguins and Capitals games. So we're going to look at the Predators and the Jets. And this could be a closeout game for the Jets. It's in Winnipeg. I think the Predators will win this game and get it to a game 7. But I'm not as confident as I am about the under. So we have an over-under of 6 goals. I look for the Predators to win this game, maybe like a 3-1 or a 2-1 or a 3-2, something in that range. So we're going to take the under of 6, and that will be our sixth and final pick for today's show. So just to recap, we're going to take the Astros under 8.5, Phillies minus 107. We're going to take the Celtics under 205.5. We're going to take the Predators under 6. We're going to take the Celtics plus 6.5 and buy the hook to 7. And then we're going to take the Mets minus 109 over the Reds. And those are our 6 picks for today's show. Make sure you check us out Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays and Sundays. Tentatively working at 2 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, go to the website forloveofpicks.com. 100% free picks, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We predict the games of your favorite sports to make you extra cash. So check out the website and check out even more free picks than the ones we give out here on the live show. Go to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Like our Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all of our free content going forward. Make sure you guys are checking out my platinum picks, guys. I guarantee you that we will make you a profit or your money back. So, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Check us out tomorrow again. And, of course, as always, let's make money. Ooh. Drop the phone. Peace out, Facebook. And, guys, have a wonderful day on YouTube.